So this is what a courtroom looks like.
Get a taste of the courtroom.
We got ourselves a case. They're lawyers.
We're lawyers.
Hello there. I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we are late to the party, and it's another episode of
Better Late Than Never.
Drama Edition. So after we did My Cousin Vinny, that sounds bad. After we did a reaction to My Cousin Vinny, a lot of you came out and said, yeah, gotta do A Few Good Men. And we put it on the poll on our Party Planning Committee Patreon poll, and it won unanimously.
So we got ourselves another courtroom drama, essentially. Yes, I know the one very famous line from this movie. You can't handle the truth. So it'll be exciting to watch it in the context of the movie.
That is the only thing I know about this movie, other than it stars Demi Moore, Jack Nicholson, and Tom Cruise. Other than that, I know nothing besides You Can't Handle the Truth. But really looking forward to getting into this one, because this is it. Like, once we finish this, we're on to the spooky season officially. We put the poll out on our Patreon, and 4 movies are going to come out of that for what we watch in October. So we are almost there. But if you want to watch our full watch along to A Few Good Men or any of the other movies we cover on Late to the Party, it will be available on our Patreon.
And if you've not subscribed, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we drop episodes 2 Better Late Than Never.
We also are covering a lot of movies that aren't part of Better Late Than Never on our channel, so make sure you check those out as well. But let's get into, for the very first time, A Few Good Men now.
Look at that old Columbia Pictures.
We're just Ghostbusters comes to mind right off the bat.
They're walking with a purpose. Uh-oh. What if he can't breathe through his nose?
Well, that's a 180.
Yeah.
That must be a pretty cheery gig to be in a band, play band through school, and then be like, I can join the military and be in the band. Kevin Pollak. That's the Fat Jack. Mark Shaman, huh? Woof. Slick.
Skipping a beat.
Aaron Sorkin wrote this, huh?
Would it be I who only signed? That's good. That's confidence inspiring.
Practice makes perfect.
Would you like to sit down?
I'm fine, sir.
Have a seat.
Okay. Santiago died at the base hospital approximately an hour later.
Damn.
That's fucked up.
I was thinking it sounded an awful lot like a code red. Captain, I'd like to suggest that I be the one that it be me who is...
Oh, tripped over your words there.
Yeah.
Commander Galloway, why don't you get yourself a cup of coffee?
I'm fine.
Commander, I'd like you to leave the room so we can talk about you behind your back.
Yeah. Be up front.
Thanks for letting me know.
I don't have Division assigned them counsel.
But
Not you.
not me.
You're much too valuable in your present assignment to be wasted on what I'm sure will boil down to a 5-minute plea bargain and a week's worth of paperwork.
I think there might be more involved than that.
Don't worry about it.
Doesn't want you to.
Division will assign the right man for the job.
All right, let's go. Let's get to.
Tom Cruise.
Cue the right man for the job. Yeah, see, but they probably want it to get resolved quickly, but this is Tom Cruise. He's thorough.
I'm gonna hang your boy from a fucking yard arm.
Sherby, does the Navy still hang people from yard arms?
I don't think so.
Dave sure doesn't think the Navy hangs people from yard arms anymore. It was oregano, Dave. It was $10 worth of oregano.
I'm gonna charge him.
Possession of a condiment? If the MTD is denied, I'll file a motion in limine seeking to obtain an evidentiary ruling in advance. And you're going to spend the next 3 months going blind on paperwork because a signalman second class bought and smoked a dime bag of oregano.
He's good.
Whatever they said, checkmate.
Yeah.
B misdemeanor, 20 days in the brig.
C misdemeanor, 15 days restricted duty.
Hey, he always wants to win.
Case closed.
Kevin
Kevin
Pollak.
Pollak.
I love Kevin Pollak.
Requested by division. Attending physician says the rag was treated with some kind of toxin. Go and see Lieutenant Commander Joanne Galloway.
Was that 0600 in the morning, sir?
That's what 0600 means.
Signing co-counsel. Any volunteers?
No.
No.
So I got a stack of papers on my desk about a mile
Work
high.
with Kathy on this.
You're the attorney division assigned?
I'm lead counsel to Sam Weinberg.
I have no responsibilities here whatsoever.
She's probably like, you're just a baby.
Lieutenant, how long have you been in the Navy?
Going on 9 months now.
Dang.
And how long have you been out of law school?
A little over a year.
She's like, they picked him over me.
Successfully plea bargained 44 cases in 9 months.
One more, I get a set of steak knives.
One of the people we'll be seeing down there is the Barracks CEO, Colonel Nathan Jessup. I assume you've heard of him.
He's been in the papers lately. He's expected to be appointed Director of Operations at National Security Council.
Really?
Bigwig.
Yeah.
8 months at Gitmo.
That's Guantanamo Bay.
I knew that one.
This letter makes it look like your client had a motive to kill Santiago.
And Santiago is who?
Dead.
The victim.
I'll get them to drop the conspiracy and conduct unbecoming. 12 years. Pretty
Is that
impressive.
good?
No.
You're going to have to go deeper than that.
Sure.
You're dismissed.
I always forget that part.
The Marines in Guantanamo are fanatical
About what?
about being Marines.
Yeah, and he doesn't seem to take things serious. Like, he does the job, but he doesn't take what they do serious. The structure, the authority, that is.
I've fallen out of runs before for several reasons, such as feeling dizzy or nauseated. Then I saw all black, and the last thing I remember is hitting the deck. Please, sir, I just need to be transferred out of RSC.
Poor guy. He's an outcast.
I know that voice.
Who the fuck is PFC William T. Santiago?
Member of second platoon,
Oh,
Robert.
shit.
Yeah.
We got Kiefer.
Matthew,
Oh, and JT Walsh.
you're appalled.
Sir, my methods of leadership.
Don't interrupt me, Lieutenant. I'm still your superior officer.
And I'm yours, Matthew.
It's all about, rank.
I think Santiago should be transferred off the base immediately.
I'm sure that's the thing to do. Let's transfer the whole Windward Division off the base. Get me the president on the phone. We're surrendering our position in Cuba.
So dramatic.
I know.
Santiago stays where he is. We're going to
Set
train
him
the
up.
lad.
Train him how?
I think that's a mistake, Colonel.
Matthew, I think I will have that word in private with you now.
Oh, shit.
We'll talk about the training of young William.
I'd be delighted to hear any suggestions that you might have, sir.
Maybe they just tried to do tough love and he died by accident.
What do you think of Kendrick?
Nathan, I don't think my opinion of Kendrick has any whatsoever.
I think he's pretty much of a weasel myself. We're in the business of saving lives, Matthew. Sit down, Matthew.
So he just wants to course correct his abilities. Maybe put him in the right direction, which is understandable and admirable. But if they go about it a very negative way, we saw what already
Off
happened
the
to
books
him.
way.
Yeah.
Don't ever question my orders in front of another officer.
Oof. It's weird seeing JT Walsh be the one that's like the good guy. Because he's usually the scum.
I've been to that statue
Oh, have you?
just recently.
Oh, yeah?
Is this Washington, D.C.?
All right, let's move.
What gave it away, buddy?
Why, 2 guys have been locked up since this morning while their lawyer's outside hitting a ball.
We need to practice.
That wasn't funny.
It's a little funny.
But I don't think you're fit to handle the defense.
Ordinarily, it takes someone hours to discover I'm not fit to handle a defense.
So he's aware.
That was damn funny.
No.
He's just very, like, nonchalant. But
Shoot from the hip.
yeah, but he's intelligent.
You went to Harvard Law, then you joined the Navy. And now you're just treading water for the 3 years you've got to serve in the JAG Corps. Just kind of laying low till you can get out and get a real job. This case is handled in the same fast food, slick-ass, Persian bazaar manner with which you seem to handle everything else.
Pop off. Pop off.
Because their attorney had predetermined the path of least resistance.
Oof.
Fan her off.
I'm sexually aroused, Commander.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think your client's murdered anyone.
So were they given an order to do it? But someone higher up did it instead? And they're just using them as a scapegoat?
Officer on deck, 10, hut!
Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir. Is this your signature?
Sir, yes, sir.
Certainly don't need to do it twice in one sentence. What's your garden variety code, Red?
Sir, a Marine refuses to bathe on a regular basis.
The men in his squad would give him a GI shower. Scrub brushes, Brillo pads, steel wool.
Beautiful.
We were just gonna shave his head, sir. We saw blood dripping down his mouth. We pulled the tape off, and there was blood all down his face, sir.
Did you fire a shot across the fence line into Cuba?
Yes, sir.
Why?
My mirror engaged, sir.
If Santiago didn't have anything on you, then why did you give him a code red?
He went outside of his unit, sir.
You have to go up the chain of command.
What was your intent?
To train him, sir. To respect the code.
Program him.
Unit, Corps, God, Country.
They're intense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a code. We'll be back. I'm the only friend you've got.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to throw the book at you.
I mean, he's his lawyer, so yeah.
I like the juxtaposition, too, of the nonchalant of Tom Cruise and Kevin Pollak versus the highly trained and intense Marines.
Welcome to the big time.
I had no clue Kevin Bacon was in this.
Me neither.
Jonathan Kendrick held a meeting with the men and specifically told them not to touch Santiago. We have a deal?
I'll talk to you when I get back. You got authorization from Aunt Jenny?
I'm going to Cuba with you tomorrow.
And the hits just keep on
She
coming.
gotta keep her eye on you.
I mean, he kind of needs that, though, because he thinks he knows all the answers, but obviously there could be more questions he's not thinking of, and she's got those questions.
Jack Ross came to see me today. He offered me the 12 years. I mean, I guess I'll take it up.
Danny, take the 12 years. It's a gift.
I believe every word of their story, and I think they ought to go to jail for the rest of their lives.
Not if it's manslaughter. Not if there wasn't an intent for murder.
Where are the whites?
Yeah.
Very hot down there.
I don't like the whites.
Nobody likes the whites. You got Dramamine? You get sick when you fly.
I get sick when I fly because I'm afraid of crashing into a large mountain.
Yeah, it's more anxiety.
Some oregano. I hear that works pretty good.
And I love that it's Maverick saying that.
I never mentioned Kendrick. I don't even know who he is. Nah, what the hell. I'll see you tomorrow.
Investigate it. Come on.
Yeah, a little bit of uncertainty there. There's more to the story.
I got some camouflage jackets in the Jeep, sirs. I suggest you both put them on. The Cuban seen officer wearing white. They think it might be someone they want to take a shot at.
It's a target on your
Good
back.
call, Sam.
Just not that crazy about boats, that's all.
Jesus Christ, Cappy, you're in the Navy for
Yeah,
crying
I was gonna say the Navy don't like boats.
The pleasure of meeting your father once. I was a teenager. He spoke at my high school.
John, this man's dad once made a lot of enemies down in your neck of the woods. How the hell is your dad, Danny?
He
Dad?
passed away 7 years ago, sir.
Don't I feel like the fucking asshole?
So his dad was a righteous lawyer.
The JAG Corps can be demanding that way.
Still no pen.
No pen.
I told the men that we had an informer among us and that Private Santiago was not to be harmed in any way.
Doesn't mean that they didn't get orders by somebody else higher up.
Or unofficial orders behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Kendrick, may I call you John?
No, you may not. Every time we gotta go someplace to fight, you fellas always give us a ride.
Oof.
He is dead because he had no honor.
Damn.
And God was watching.
Oh, God. Literally.
Let's move on.
Are you planning
He's
on
just
doing any
absorbing
investigating,
everything.
or you're just going to take the guided tour?
I'm pacing myself.
Yeah, just absorbing everything and then, come up with an informed decision.
Any details that I'm missing, you should feel free to speak up.
Thank you.
No details.
We agreed that for his own safety, Santiago should be transferred off the base.
No.
On the first available flight to the States.
Nope.
5 hours too late, as it turned out.
Thank you, sir.
Wait a minute, I've got some questions.
No, you don't.
Did you meet with Dr. Stone between 3 and 5? I was just wondering if you've ever heard the term Code Red.
She outranks you, Danny. There is nothing on this earth sexier than a woman that you have to salute in the morning. If you haven't gotten a blowjob from a superior officer, you're just letting the best in life pass you by.
I need an answer to my question, sir.
Not taking you
Caution
seriously.
your tone, Commander.
The way that he's not answering means,
And if it happens to go on without my knowledge, so be it. So don't think for 1 second that you can come down here, flash a badge, and make me nervous.
Oof. I think that's why
You're like,
Kathy
oh,
didn't
boy.
want to instigate him because there's no reason to.
Because he knows.
He knew what the answer would be.
Santiago's transfer order.
What's that?
Uh-oh.
You guys have paperwork on that kind of thing. I just
Nope.
need it for the file.
Now they're going to fraudulently create it.
Now they have to make one up.
You have to ask me nicely. Extend me some fucking courtesy. You gotta ask me nicely.
Shit, dude.
It's not too much trouble. I'd like a copy of the transfer order, sir.
Sir.
No problem.
He likes the authority.
Yeah, he does.
Loves his position of power.
And he knows how to use it.
Colonel Markinson's gone UA. Unauthorized absence.
I know what it means. Did Lieutenant Kendrick order you guys to give Santiago a code red?
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Kendrick says that he gave strict instructions that nothing was to happen to Santiago.
Then he dismissed the platoon and we all went to our rooms. Lieutenant Kendrick came to our room, man.
Unofficial.
Lieutenant Kendrick ordered us to give Santiago a code red.
Yeah.
They were given an order.
Yeah.
That just complicates things.
Jack did know about the order, because if he did and he hadn't told us, Jack knows he'd be violating about 14 articles of the Code of Ethics.
I'll knock it all down to involuntary manslaughter, 2 years or home in 6 months.
No deal, we're going to court.
Joe.
No, you're not.
I mean, that's a pretty good resolution.
They're going to be charged with a whole truckload. He's not about to see his clients go to jail for life when he knows they could be home in 6 months.
Least resistance. Yeah, they're just trying to keep it quiet and easy.
Yeah.
You're going home in 6 months.
I'm afraid we can't do that, sir. We did nothing wrong, sir.
Plead not guilty, you'll be in jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah, this is where the code's going to turn against the squad.
The code is more important, you know?
Permission to
speak! Jesus!
So formal.
After 6 months, we'll be dishonorably discharged, right, sir? What do we do then, sir?
Not be in prison?
You're asking us to say we're not Marines. And I will not dishonor myself, my unit, or the Corps so that I can go home in 6 months!
All right, you're going to take down the Corps with you, though. You're going to take down your colonel.
You don't like me very much, do you? Forget it, don't answer.
It'll just hurt my ego too much.
You're such a coward. I can't believe they let you wear a uniform.
What happened to saluting an officer when he leaves the room?
Ooh.
He's got no respect for you.
Nope.
That's part of your code. You can't drop it now.
Only towards him.
Dawson and Downey will have their day in court, but they'll have it with another lawyer.
They need you. You
There
know
you
how to
go.
win. You know they have a case.
It doesn't matter what I believe. It only matters what I can prove.
You're a used car salesman, Daniel. You're an ambulance chaser with a rank.
You could be somebody if you win. If you put up the fight. You don't even have to win. You just got to put up the fight.
So what happened?
Calls back 15 minutes later. He says, let's make a deal. We get 2 months.
It's all about making deals.
Path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Oof, that silhouette, that lighting.
Yeah.
After self-reflection, he's in.
Does defense wish to enter a plea?
Not guilty.
They're not guilty.
Oh.
It's gonna be a long battle.
Yep.
Sam, get a couple of desk lamps. I need you to start on a preliminary medical profile.
There you go.
He's all in.
Yeah. They gave it to him because they're like, oh, well, he'll just play, like you said, the path of least resistance.
Yeah, they
and then
wanted him to roll over and
they
accept
wipe
it.
their hands of it.
Yep, and that ain't the case.
Because I feel like if they go to court, they do that, then they see that there's other things underlining that are also bad.
So this is what a courtroom looks like.
Get a taste of the courtroom.
We got
life, my
ourselves a
friend.
case. They're lawyers.
We're lawyers!
He said if Markinson doesn't want to be found, we're not going to find him. He said I could be Markinson and you wouldn't know it.
Are you Markinson?
I was going to say, are you?
Doctor, was there any sign of violence?
You mean other than the dead body?
Shit. Walk into that every goddamn time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta prepare.
All officers with line experience. Neither of the women have children, so that's a bad break. There's nothing we can do. It's about assigning blame. Santiago's dead, and he should insist that someone be blamed for that. Ross is handing them our clients. We're going to hand him Kendrick.
There's an awesome montage shot. Just as it's slowly trucking in on the window.
Don't wear that perfume in court. Wrecks my concentration.
Really?
I was talking to Sam.
Danny,
I know what you're going to say. You don't have to. You like me. I won't make you say it.
I was just going to tell you to wear matching socks tomorrow.
He gets so ahead of himself.
Yeah.
That's what makes him a good team, though. She does wrangle him in.
Yep.
Cuts him down a little bit.
We're gonna get creamed.
Oh, no.
There's always that self-doubt lingering, you know?
True. I think it's funny in that shot, it looks like everything is so close together, those monuments.
But they're so far apart.
But they're so far apart.
You are going to save our son, aren't you?
I'll do my best.
Working on it.
Your Aunt Jenny? I was expecting someone older.
So was I.
Yeah, you're a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the government prepared to make an opening statement?
Now, Lieutenant Caffey is going to try and pull off a little magic act. He's going to try a little misdirection and dazzle you with official-sounding terms like code red.
Try and get you before you can do it.
Yep.
He'll have no evidence, mind you, none, but it's going to be entertaining.
This is going to be so intense.
I know.
There was no poison on the rag, and there was no intent to kill, and any attempt to prove otherwise is futile because it just ain't true. It's because it was what they were ordered to do.
Grain that into your head.
But if you're a Marine and you're given an order, you follow it.
Your orders are your code.
They did their job.
Yeah, it's messed up to basically lock them away forever because they were given an order that would basically screw their lives up anyways.
Yes.
If they didn't follow it.
Swear that the testimony you will give this General Court-Martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you
The
God.
shift reported only one sentry returned his weapon to the switch with a round of ammunition missing. Lance Corporal Harold Dawson.
Motive.
No more questions.
Corporal Carl Edward Hammaker, Marine Barracks.
The Cuba?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Would you tell the court the substance of that meeting?
Sir, he said Santiago wasn't to be touched.
Corporal Hammaker, are you in Dawson and Downey's barracks room 5 minutes after this meeting?
No, sir.
Thanks. I have no more questions.
Yeah, you didn't get to hear what actually went on.
No.
Even then, though, it's just
Hearsay.
their word.
Right.
You don't know if it actually happened.
Right.
But the platoon leader seems particularly relevant testimony.
The defense is willing to concede.
I love how they were shifting back and forward with focus between Kevin Bacon and Tom Cruise. It's funny we're watching this and you just went to DC. So you're like, I know that, I know that.
Yeah.
We can't prove coercion.
Yeah, there's no evidence.
Let's go over what we have.
Did Willie Santiago die of poisoning?
Absolutely. Commander, is it possible for a person to have an affliction, some sort of condition, which might also speed up the process of acidosis?
It's possible.
Yeah, they talked about his other health issues, or at least he talked about it.
Right.
When he was writing the letter.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of chest pains. Yes. Shortness of
Blacking
breath. Yes. Fatigue.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
The letter itself says it.
Yep.
This is an order for Private Santiago to be put on restricted duty.
Patient complains of chest pains, shortness of breath, and fatigue.
All the whispering.
Yeah.
If you put a man with a serious coronary condition on duty with a clean bill of health and that man
could be-
died from a heart-related incident, you'd have a lot to answer for.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Trying to cover your own ass.
Yep.
Move to reconsider.
Your objection is noted. The witness is an expert and the court will hear his opinion.
He lost that fight.
Yeah.
Strenuously object? Is that how it works?
No, yeah, you can't do that. It makes you look a little weak.
You keep after it the way you did, and suddenly our Great Cross looks like a bunch of fancy lawyer tricks.
Why do you hate them so much?
They tortured and tormented a weaker kid.
Take the night off. Go see your wife. See your daughter, Joe. Go do
Whatever it is that you do.
whatever it is you do.
Yeah. It's all on a professional level. They don't really know each other's personal lives.
No.
Or at least when it comes to her.
Why do you like them so much?
Because they stand on a wall and they say nothing's going to hurt you tonight. Not on my watch.
I like that they had like the two different viewpoints, even though he's on that side with both of them.
Yeah, you get...
Like you understand like why he's coming from. You
Yeah.
understand where she's coming from.
They have their own personal opinions, but in the end of the day...
It's the facts that they have to
Yeah,
go
they're
with.
defending them.
Yeah.
And they have to figure it out and convince a jury.
Right.
How you'd feel about my taking you to dinner tonight?
Oh.
Are you asking me out on a date? We'll keep doing what we're doing, and we'll put on a show, but at the end of the day, all we have is a testimony of two people accused of murder.
You gotta find some evidence that they're covering shit up. And that paperwork for the transfer might be the biggest thing they could find.
Have you ever received a code red?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
Took turns punching him in the arm for 5 minutes, and then they poured glue on my hands. And it worked, too, because I ain't never dropped my weapon since.
Yeah, but it's a little extreme.
And that's okay.
Yeah, right.
They're just okay with it.
Why didn't Santiago, this burden to his unit, ever get one?
Dawson wouldn't allow it, sir.
Because they have a code.
Yeah.
They follow orders.
Turn to the chapter that deals with code reds, please.
There is no code red.
Well, you see, sir, code red is a term that we use.
Just because it's not written in the books doesn't mean it's, doesn't exist.
Corporal. Could you turn to the page in this book that says where the mess hall is, please?
Well, Lieutenant Caffey, that's not in the book, sir.
Exactly. He respects that a little bit.
Yeah. Just because it's not in the book doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Is he gonna turn informant?
I know everything.
Was it a code red?
Yes. He was never going to be transferred off that base.
He knows that.
Yeah.
You got the transfer order. It's got your signature.
I know. I signed him the morning you arrived in Cuba, 5 days after Santiago died.
That's huge.
I want you to know that I'm proud neither of what I have done nor of what I am doing.
Sinking the ship.
Clearance code is
He also said that clearance code.
411527273.
I don't have a clearance code. Do you have a clearance code?
Danny.
This is
Markinson says there was a plane that left 7 hours earlier.
Yeah, you need the tower chief's log from Gitmo.
Get it. I have Markinson.
Where is he?
Motel room in Northeast with 6 federal marshals outside his door.
Transparency. Thank you, my cousin Vinny.
Because he has to have it.
Yeah.
If you accuse Kendrick or Jessup of any crime without proper evidence, you're going to be subject to a court-martial.
Yeah, so you got to be very careful with how you approach this.
Tread water a little.
And this code of honor of yours makes me want to beat the shit out of someone. I'm your friend, and I'm telling you, I don't think your clients belong in jail, but I don't get to make that decision.
I like also, too, that they have their opinions, but their opinions don't matter in a court of law.
It's true.
You got bullied into that courtroom by the memory of a dead lawyer.
Your dad.
You're a lousy fucking softball player, Jack!
He just lit a fire under his ass.
The only proper authorities I am aware of are my commanding officer, Colonel Nathan R. Jessup, and the Lord our God.
You prefer to be handled within the unit.
With a code red.
Have you ever ordered a code red?
No, I have not.
Lieutenant, did you order Dawson and 2 other men to make sure that Private Bell received no food for a period of 7 days?
Private Bell was placed on barracks restriction.
You did order the denial of food.
Which is a form of code red.
Yes, I did.
Wouldn't this form of discipline be considered code red?
Yep.
No.
That you're now questioning a Marine officer with an impeccable service record.
Oh, so he can do no bad.
Yeah.
Lance Corporal Dawson was given a below-average rating because he had committed a crime.
What crime did he commit? Brought a hungry guy some food.
Yeah.
Not following orders.
He disobeyed an order.
Yeah. I think by the end, there's going to be a moment where they're with Dawson is going to be in the same room with him, and then he's going to salute him as he walks out. Get that respect.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah.
Can Dawson determine on his own which orders he's going to follow?
No, he cannot.
Set him up to have to follow his order that came later.
I specifically ordered those men.
Is it reasonable to think he would have disobeyed you again?
Lieutenant, don't answer that.
You don't have to. I'm through.
Lieutenant
you at?
Kendrick, did
No,
you?
I did not.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Some hesitation there.
Yeah. Flustered him up a little bit.
6 a.m. flight was the first plane out.
Let me see this. Then why isn't it listed in the tower chief's log?
They forge it too.
He fixed the logbook? He can make an entire flight disappear?
Yeah.
You don't still intend to put me on the stand?
Thursday morning, 10 o'clock.
Good luck.
Someone's gonna kill you. This is gonna get worse before it gets better.
That and Downey's testimony really ought to be enough.
Ought to be.
Unless
but is
something
it?
happens. I feel like something's gonna happen.
I knew your son vaguely, which is to say I knew his name. For my part, I've done as much as I can to bring the truth to light. I wasn't strong enough to stop it. Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Andrew Markinson.
No! What?
Dang!
We needed you!
Now, you've said that your assault on Private Santiago of an order that Lieutenant Kendrick gave you at 1620, am I right? You just said that you didn't make it back to the Windward Barracks until 1645.
Timing is off.
Did you ever actually hear Lieutenant Kendrick order a code red?
No, sir.
Oh no!
Did Lance Corporal Dawson tell you to give Santiago a code red?
Damn it.
Did he never get the order? Was it just Hal?
I was given an order by my squad leader, Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson, United States Marine Corps, and I followed it.
So now it's Dawson that told you to do it. That's not good.
It doesn't matter that he didn't hear it firsthand. He doesn't distinguish between the two.
Yeah, it's the chain of command.
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
But we fix it and move on to Markinson.
Yeah,
Markinson's dead.
Yeah.
It's over.
Why did you ask Jessup for the transfer order? You could have gotten it by picking up the phone and calling any one of a dozen departments at the Pentagon.
You wanted to see his reaction to
You wanted
it.
to see Jessup's reaction when you asked for the transfer order.
Should we or should we not follow the advice of the galactically stupid?
Goddamn Tom Cruise!
Jeez.
He's intense, man. He's so good.
I'm sorry I lost your set of steak knives.
From the beginning of the movie. Well, how do we get out of this one?
No.
Did I ever tell you I wrote a paper about your father in college? One of the best trial lawyers ever.
Damn.
Yes.
I'd choose you any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
There you go.
Did you put Jessup on the stand?
No.
But I'm not you.
So there's really only one question. What would you do?
Get in the car. Joanne, please
What
get
are you doing driving? You're hammered.
I'm gonna put Jessup on the stand.
Dang.
Well, then you're crazy.
Last night he's swimming in Jack Daniels, and now he can lead tall buildings in a single bound.
Sit down, both of you. Good.
They already sit down.
I didn't even realize it.
Jessup needs to tell the court members that he ordered the code red. He eats breakfast 300 yards away from 4,000 Cubans that are trained to kill him. And no—
Great job.
Oh man, I never realized how like recognizable Jack Nicholson's voice is until other people did his voice, and I'm like, dang, okay,
Yeah, he's got a style.
Yeah.
What? What'd you see?
Oh, when he was looking at the uniforms.
Yeah.
He does think better with that bat.
God, they're so good together.
Yeah.
All of them.
Sam, I need you to do something for me.
Gotta go out to Andrews.
Where's Sam?
He's on his way.
Did he get the guys?
Yeah.
Right, maybe he did get the pilots.
If you feel like he's not gonna say it, don't go for it. I'm special counsel for internal affairs, and I'm telling you, you could get in a lot of trouble.
Defense calls Colonel Nathan Jessup.
Woo. Right out of the gate, huh?
Right.
Aware.
Got him.
Now the court members are aware.
Yeah, I think those are the pilots.
Yes,
Air
sir.
Force.
I told Kendrick to tell his men that Santiago wasn't to be touched. I ordered Markinson to have Santiago transferred off the base immediately. I felt his life might be in danger once word of the letter got out.
Grave danger?
Is there another kind?
Especially in his position.
Was that the first flight off the base?
The 0600 was the first flight off the base.
You brought your dress uniform with you.
Yes, I brought a change of clothes and some personal items.
They weren't packed.
Santiago's barracks room was sealed off and its contents inventoried.
Yeah, none of it was packed up.
I'm wondering why Santiago wasn't packed.
Yep, all his stuff was in the closet.
Yep.
Santiago was leaving for the rest of his life, and he hadn't called a soul.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
The fact is, there was no transfer order. Santiago wasn't going anywhere. Isn't that right, Colonel? Now, it's my recommendation, sir, that Lieutenant Caffey be reprimanded for his conduct.
Nope.
Overruled.
Your Honor.
There you go.
Objection is noted.
Nice.
He's interested now.
Yeah.
Maybe he was an early riser and liked to pack in the morning. And maybe he didn't have any friends.
It's possible.
Are these really the questions that I was called here to answer? Please tell me that you have something more, Lieutenant.
Oh, jeez.
Shit, you got more. You got those
Do you
witnesses.
have any other questions for me, Counselor?
Come on.
Because he knows in this moment he either is the point of no return.
Right. Do you do it or do you not?
Yeah.
Thanks, Danny. I love Washington.
Excuse me. I didn't dismiss you. I'm not through with my examination. Sit down.
Shit. He doesn't like that.
I'd appreciate if he would address me as Colonel or Sir. I believe I've earned it.
Defense counsel will address the witness as Colonel.
There we go, man. His nerves.
Shaking. He's nervous, but he's going to do it.
and the witness will address this court as Judge or Your Honor.
Ooh.
I'm quite certain I've earned it.
Damn! Yes! He hates that.
I don't understand. You're admitting evidence of a flight that never existed.
Oh, we believe it did, sir.
To show that he committed fraud.
Yeah.
They were working the ground crew at Andrews at 2 a.m. on the 7th.
Your Honor, these men weren't on the list.
I'll allow the witnesses.
Any chance Lieutenant Kendrick left your office and said, the old man is wrong?
No.
And that means it was your order.
We follow orders or people die. Are we clear?
Crystal, then why would Santiago be in danger? Why would it be necessary to transfer him off the base?
Yeah, you said he was in danger.
You said he was being transferred because he was in grave danger.
That's
yeah.
I know what I said. I don't have to have it read back to me like I'm...
Why did 2 orders? Hands. Your men follow orders or people die.
You snotty little bastard.
Uh-oh.
You have Marcus inside a phony transfer. Your Honor,
Yeah.
Did you order the code red? You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
There it is!
I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. That Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Damn.
Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Jeez, dude.
Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did!
Finally! Finally! That makes the whole testimony crumble.
Yeah.
Captain Ross.
Yeah. Got it.
I got you. Whew.
No wonder Jack Nicholson got nominated for an Academy Award.
Right.
I'm gonna get on a plane and go on back to my
Anymore.
base.
You lied.
You're not going anywhere, Colonel. MPs guard the Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You have the right to remain silent. Any statement
I'm
you
being
make
charged with a
used
crime.
against the trial by court
Thinks
martial.
he's higher than all of it.
I'm gonna rip the eyes out of your head and piss in your dead skull! You fucked with the wrong Marine!
Oh, boy.
You have no idea how to defend a nation. All you did was weaken a country today, Caffey. Sweet dreams, son.
Don't call me son. I'm a lawyer and an officer.
You addressed
And
me
you're
as
under
such.
arrest, you son of a bitch. The witness is excused.
Later, bitch. Damn.
Bye.
Pick up your hat.
Lance Corporal Dawson, Private First Class Downey.
But they could still be charged?
Maybe.
On the charge of murder, the members find the accused not guilty.
Wow.
On the charge of conspiracy to commit murder, not guilty.
Oh, my God.
On the charge of conduct unbecoming a United States Marine, guilty as charged.
Damn.
The accused are hereby sentenced to time already served, and you are ordered to be dishonorably discharged.
No.
It happens, though.
This court-martial is
Sucks.
adjourned.
Just a few good men. They're just innocent men.
They're just... They're just innocent men.
We're just innocent men.
Granted, they did follow the order.
At least you don't have to do the 6 months.
What did that mean?
Means they're not Marines no more.
Colonel Jessup said he ordered the code red. What did we do wrong? We did nothing wrong!
Yeah, we did. We were supposed to fight for people who couldn't fight for themselves.
You followed the order.
We were supposed to fight for Willie.
Yep.
See, there you go.
It sucks, but... Either way, you did put your hands on somebody that led to his death.
Yeah.
You got off pretty easy in that aspect.
Sir.
You don't need to wear a patch in your arm to have honor.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's an officer on deck.
There you go. See, you do it.
Earned it.
There you go.
Wow. So they didn't come out unscathed, though.
No. Which happens, though. I like that it's, like, not, clear across the board. There's things that go right and go wrong.
Chairman Cecil O'Malley and Anthony Rodriguez, what exactly were these guys going to testify to?
Nothing.
Taken, they're both going to testify under oath that they had absolutely no recollection of anything.
Yeah.
I gotta go arrest Kendrick. Tell him I say hi.
Damn, going for both of them.
Yep.
Because he lied, too. Good job. Go team. That's a shot right there. That final shot gave me chills right there.
Man, this is good. It was really good.
Courtroom, man. Courtroom dramas, courtroom comedies. It's just, you never know where it's going to go.
No.
Powerhouse acting across the board. Jack Nicholson, Tom Cruise, everybody, all of them. I love freaking Kevin Pollak's connection and his relationship with Kathy. And then Demi Moore, man. Like, everybody in this movie killed it. And it feels like Jack Nicholson wasn't even in the movie that much.
No.
But the parts that he was in there, man,
powerful.
did he have an impact.
Right. And even more so to the point where it's like that brief dialogue is something that people know from a movie for something that we've never seen before, but we know that like you can't handle the truth, like, because I'm sure that everybody, that's the thing that people were talking about, was that interaction between his character and Tom Cruise's character, and that stuck with people. And that's why, you know, Jack Nicholson was, you know, nominated for that role. But I love just like the I guess the jargon, the terminology, everything that they use in the courtroom, the back and forth, the you know, the questioning, like trying to one up essentially.
Yeah.
And then when they do get it like a satisfied or answer to their question, then it's like, okay, now you kind of feel good. But then when the other side comes and they're like, well, we can't even do that, you got to throw that out the window. You're just like, okay, now you got to start at, you know, the lowest point again, and then more questioning. So yeah, the back and forth is what I really like.
Aaron Sorkin is an incredible writer as well when it comes to the dialogue, when it comes to, you know, the legalities of a courtroom drama. It's entertaining. It does, and you know, Law and Order, man. There is entertainment when it comes to stories like this. And yeah, this is definitely one that tops the charts when it comes to courtroom dramas that a lot of people have always asked us to do reactions to. And I'm excited for more, because there are plenty of courtroom films that we have yet to witness ourselves. A lot of you guys gave us some great recommendations during My Cousin Vinny that have all been added to the list, and obviously this is one of them that's been on the list for quite some time. But man, like the intensity, everything that, you know, Jack Nicholson's character was saying the entire time about the duty and the honor and the code and what they're there for, and a lot of it is truth, where you're just listening to the stuff he's saying. You're like, yeah, I get it. And yeah, our security probably took a hit losing you. But damn it, it's about protecting and saving lives. And you sacrificed one of them just for the betterment of the whole.
And you thought was the betterment of the whole.
Exactly. It was more of a
you just wanted your
speculation,
right? And I think it was more so of like, no, I need all of my men to be in tip-top shape, and if one of them isn't in that rank, then I'm just going to you know, get him gone in other ways. But to the point where it's like, where you could have just let him transfer, but I don't think he wanted to do that, because he doesn't let people into his realm and say, well, weren't you part of Colonel Jessup's like thing? And then, so it's like it's a loose end.
A kink in the armor.
Yeah, and there you go, kink in an armor.
And he, I want to say, he feels like God, and he feels like, you know, he is the highest authority, and he is. But I don't think he does feel like God. Again, you heard what their code is. But he's up there. He's up there with the rank and then God. And he didn't want him to get killed. It wasn't like he went out of his way to try and kill him. It just ended up being the cover-up aspect of what ended up happening is what got him in trouble. So he's not bad in the sense that he was trying to kill him and wipe him out and remove him. It was the covering up and kind of devaluing the life of this Marine by hiding all the aspects of what actually did go down.
Right, because it's like in their mind they wanted to make him stronger, and they said they think that doing this code red was going to, you know, put him in a mindset of like, I need to push myself to the limit so that way we are the protectors.
Sure.
And it just so happened that unfortunately it costed his life.
It absolutely did. So, you know, and that's what's crazy about this. Like, you would think that, you know, it's a movie, they're going to be a conspiracy. And even like I thought, oh, are they going to go kill J.T. Walsh's character? No, he ended up killing himself. Like nobody was going out of their way to like physically harm. Well, I'll take that back, because he was physically harmed, and a lot of the things that they did in the Code Reds physically harmed people, but he wasn't trying to murder and maim and cover up things. It was more about just kind of not getting in trouble. Exactly. They just didn't want to get in trouble. And but his Jack Nicholson's authority ended up getting him in trouble, because he got flustered enough to kind of go against what was already said in the court, which got him arrested. So and it's getting obviously Kiefer Sutherland's character arrested too. So that's what happens, man. You lie, you cheat, and you end up paying the ramifications. You face the ramifications for that. But
I love at the end too, where he did bring the 2 airmen over, but they weren't like useful to. He was just banking on Colonel Jessup going and actually, you know, saying that yes, I did order the Code Red. And
he tripped him up and he got him to say it. So hell of an experience A Few Good Men was. Finally in our brains we have watched it. So guys, what was your experience for the first time watching A Few Good Men? Let us know down in the comments below. Again, so many of you gave us awesome recommendations for courtroom dramas and comedies down in the comment section. But let us know the military films. Let us know your favorite military films. Yes, Full Metal Jacket is on the list, but other military films that you want us to react to. And if we haven't seen them, we'll put them on the list. Tell us down there. But you can also like and subscribe.
And did the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Spooky season is coming. Next week, we're starting the horror films for October, and may even have some extra ones in there that weren't even on the list, because we know that Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out. We just did No One Will Save You, which is available on our channel now. But thanks so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over. Bye.